One of the things you learn in law school is puffing is not a tort. Puffing. The idea behind this legal theory is that people are allowed to brag to a certain degree about their products without it being deemed false advertising. Everybody wants to show their best face. Everybody wants to brag a little bit. A little bit of puffing seems to be, legally at least, okay. Well, that came to my mind this morning when I was looking in the book of Numbers. It's an Old Testament book. It's out of the Torah, fourth book of the Bible, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. Numbers chapter 32, verse 21. There Moses is giving instructions to the Israelites before the Israelites go into the promised land to drive out the pagans that had taken over Abraham's homestead, for lack of a better way of saying it. So these instructions are as follows. Every armed man of you will pass over the Jordan before the Lord until he has driven out his enemies from before him. Now, if we look at that into context, which is the first thing to do, in context, the passage is talking about how the Israelites are to cross over the Jordan. It's that river that runs the length of the Rift Valley from the Sea of Galilee down to the Dead Sea. Kind of a line of demarcation. They cross there, they're headed into the Promised Land. And the instructions are, as they go into that Promised Land, they're to do it to drive out God's enemies, because God will be driving out those enemies. The Israelites enter the Promised Land before the Lord. Now, if that's the context, what's the lesson that Moses wanted the people to understand? It's very simple. The lesson is that God was the one at work. Oh, the Israelites may suit up for battle. They may sharpen their weapons. They may devise their strategies. They may choose who goes where and how they proceed. But the real person, the real one who's behind this is God. And everything the Israelites do, they do before the Lord. So they don't puff out their chest when they win and say, look what we won. No, this is what God won. This is all about God. And that's the third thing I do, is apply this lesson to me. Whatever I do today, if I'm going to war, which for me generally means a courtroom, though not in the middle of this coronavirus, if I'm battling issues at my workplace, at my home, if I'm whatever battles I'm engaged in, or if I'm not battling things, I'm just trying to figure out life and figure out what to do. If I'm battling a health problem, whatever I'm doing, I do before the Lord, recognizing that He's given me the strength, the ability, the talents. He's given me the wisdom. He's given me the health. He's given me whatever I need to accomplish that. And so I do it before the Lord, and I don't puff out my chest. I don't get proud. I don't break my arm, patting myself on the back. Oh, what a good job I did. Because the bottom line is, it's all about God. There's no puffing. There's no patting on the back. When we realize that God is the one who's responsible, then our puffing turns to praise. Our pats turn to praise, because it's all about God. And that's what I'm going to focus on today. More God, less me. That's your thought for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.